Hey everyone, it's Austin, and I'm finally doing something that a few of you have requested for a very, very long time. Draw my life. Well, let's start at the beginning. My parents met at a small Christian college in East Texas called East Texas Baptist College. And they met, they fell in love, and that was all great and everything. After a few years, they got married and they eventually moved to Mississippi from Texas for my dad's job and all of that. And somewhere along the line, they had me. Thank God for that. 3.5 years later, they had my sister Caroline, and she's pretty cool and all of that. I don't really remember that much of my childhood, except that we moved a lot. Went to a few different schools, lived in a few different houses, and I do remember that I was a really, really shy kid. I never really initiated conversations. And to some extent, I guess that's still true, apart from my YouTube videos, of course. When I was 10 years old, my family moved back to Texas in order to be closer to their families. The move, for me as a shy kid, was pretty traumatic, but I eventually readjusted. I went to a couple more schools before I finally got settled into this place called Grace Community Middle School, where I also went for my high school education. My middle school years were pretty awkward, just like everyone else's, except mine included kind of a mullet style haircut with my hair parted straight down the middle. I personally thought it was pretty cool, till one of my mom's friends at church said, "Oh, what a lovely daughter you have." Well, after that, it had to go. I guess that long curly hair parted in the middle isn't exactly indicative of someone of the male persuasion. High school was where I finally began to come out of my shell. Like I said before, I went to Grace Community High School. It's a private Christian high school that I really liked a lot. My sophomore year, I had this teacher named Mr. Bice who taught world history. He showed me that the world was a lot bigger than Texas, and his knowledge and passion for what he did was contagious, as it was in my junior American history teacher, Mrs. Allen. Both of them were instrumental in my decision to major in history and in my desire to become a teacher. College was the best time of my life. I actually ended up going to the same university that my parents met at, strangely enough. I visited the campus, and one visit just sold me. While I didn't like the overwhelmingly white Christian environment too much, I did eventually meet some wonderful people and got a solid education. During my sophomore year, I met 2 teachers and a few exchange students from China, and I found their stories just incredibly interesting and compelling. So I enrolled in a few China-related courses taught by a man named Dr. Summers. Just as with Mr. Bice and Mrs. Allen, his passion for study and learning and teaching was infectious, particularly in regards to China, and he is single-handedly responsible for my interest in China. I wouldn't be where I am today without him. My university had an exchange program with a university called Lanzhou University of Technology, although no one had ever taken advantage of it. So I decided to be the first one. After a few months and a lot of paperwork, it happened. On March 21st, 2011, I became the first foreign exchange student that Lanzhou University of Technology ever had. Moving to China for a semester was the happiest, freest, and most magical time in my life. I was alone, free to do whatever I wanted, and it was amazing. I gave myself one rule. Whenever someone asks you to do something, go somewhere or see something, whatever it is, if it's not illegal or dangerous, you say yes every single time. Using that one rule, I was able to travel to new places, I was able to eat new foods, I learned a new language, and I was able to fully immerse myself in a fundamentally different culture. And I did stuff that I never thought I would do in a million years. After 7 months of studying, I returned home to the USA. While I was happy to see my family and have a decent job with some extra money, I missed China and I just really wanted to go back. And I went back because of my dad. He pushed me to go back, so thanks, Dad. And after searching, I got a job teaching at Lanzhou Jiaotong University. And I have to say, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I lived there for a little more than 2 years. During my second year, I met a really wonderful girl named Crystal, and we began dating, and we're still together today. She's pretty awesome. After living in Lanzhou for nearly 3 years, I decided it was time to see a different part of China. And after applying for jobs at nearly 40 schools all across China, I got a job at Tianjin Foreign Studies University. I found a modest amount of fame and success on China's version of YouTube called Youku, but my heart still lies on YouTube. Nothing beats you people. I love you all, and I can't wait to show you all what's next. See you next time.